I'm back with my Breville BOV 900. I've had this thing for years. I originally posted up a video about the door not triggering the switch, and the thing would just never start the timer, and then it would time out, assuming you never open the door. I've got this thing apart now for an error code E06. I went through all the videos, could not find anything about it. So I'm looking into it myself. I did want to revisit the door real quick. This here, it's just gone. So I'm going to measure this with a set of calipers, and then I'm pretty good at fabricating stuff. I've got a lathe, I've got a TIG machine. I might stack up some stainless washers, TIG them together and make a little wheel, and then maybe turn them on a lathe. I don't know. That part I haven't completely decided, but I think I'm going to work on this a little bit and see if I can't resolve this problem, because the wheel is, here, let me just raise this up and down if I can here while I'm talking. There you go. See all that? It's just gone. And then the switch, I originally bent this down, but the door has bent it completely down, and it's actually pushing the door open some. But I'm going to take care of that if I can while I'm in here. But for the E06, I took everything apart. Here's the lid. And there's plenty of videos on taking these apart. Now, this is the face. And I'm going to tell you, to get the face off, you got to take the feet off. Take all the screws out of the feet, I believe. Let me see here. And maybe I didn't need to do that part. But all the rest of the screws, there are a bunch of screws holding this together. Let me see. There are 3 here, and there's a few down here. They're all number 1, number 2 Phillips. And then this gets stuck together. But once you get everything broken loose, this top, the face will wobble. But then you're just trying to break this free by pushing it away from the unit. And then there's a bunch of screws in the back. Here are the other ends of the screws. Bottom center, 1, 2, 3. And then here's the back of the unit. So bottom center, 1, 2, 3, top center. And then there's one on the outside here. It goes right there. So I'm looking at the circuit board for deposits of garbage. And let me zoom in a little bit for you. There's quite a bit of stuff. I just had a lady come clean for us. I don't know if she sprayed something on here, but I'm going to clean this. I'm going to separate all the circuit boards. I'm going to clean everything. I'll look under magnification at all this and make sure that none of the solder joints are broken. And then I'm going to try it again. If this works, I'm going to post the video up. And if it doesn't, I'll probably have to make another one. But I'm going to start by trying to clean the circuit board. When you're going to remove this, by the way, there's just a handful of stuff you need to unplug. And it makes life easier if you cut all of the zip ties. Let me stand this thing up. I worked on it with it standing on its end. And then there's just a bunch of little zip ties like this here. And as you tilt this away, you're going to want to cut the zip ties so you can get to things. Then you're going to unplug here. You're going to unplug this little electric fan. There's a plug over here. You'll see everything that needs to be unplugged in order for you to be able to remove it. And then again, you're just going to slide everything down. Before you reassemble, you're going to want to clean all these surfaces, because this is just from, God, I've had this for so many years. It's from grease for years. And then there are a few pockets that I used a flathead screwdriver to get all the years of grease out from. I'll show you right here. This is on the bottom. So there's all these little pockets right at the edge of the oven itself where it mates with the oven body or chassis. And I just wrapped a paper towel around a flathead screwdriver and dug all that stuff out. I'm going to keep going so I can get it all out. But man, this stuff was pretty full. It's pretty gross. But while I'm in there, I'm going to clean everything. Wish me luck. Okay, I got the circuit board out and I was examining it. I want to see if I can get this stupid thing to focus, and then I'm going to zoom in. There's a bunch of debris right there. And you know, most of the chemicals, if you get any cleaning chemicals, especially on the face of this unit, that's where the circuit board is. I'm trying to hold this stinking thing steady. And that's where you're going to get into trouble. It's not the water that causes problems. It's the minerals in the water. They'll cause a short circuit in a path on the circuit board. So you can get some distilled water, a little bit of alcohol, nylon brush, dip it, brush it real good, dry it thoroughly, and get the residues off, and basically clean up the circuit board. It should eliminate that from any possibility of the problem being the problem. And then take a microscope and look at all the solder joints for cracks, resolder anything you could find that has any cracks in it. And again, you do need a microscope to properly see it most of the time. If it's questionable, hit it with a soldering iron. But you want a good hot soldering iron. Get on and off quickly. Don't sit there with a weak soldering iron trying to cook it, because it can cause other problems. But yeah, I'm going to clean this circuit board up, put it back in, and hopefully the E06 error code on my Breville 900 or BOV 900 is gone.